And in another story, the federal government has announced it aims to leverage technology and build data for tax in order to achieve a revenue generation target of 20 trillion naira. Speaking at the government to citizens interface interactions within taxpayers in Abuja, the Secretary of the Joint Tax Board, Nana Aishat, outlined the government's plan to increase the number of taxable adults in the country. Here is the rest of the story.
Currently, over 35% of taxable adults in Nigeria are included in the tax net, but the government is targeting a significant increase to reach 90%. By bringing more individuals into the tax net, the government aims to boost revenue generation and strengthen the country's economic growth. To achieve this goal, the Office of the Senior Special Assistant, Political to the President, and the Federal Inland Revenue Service have engaged in extensive consultations with stakeholders, including taxpayers, to formulate and implement data services that have a positive impact on the Nigerian economy. Speaking during the government to the Citizens Interface interaction, the Chairman, Joint Tax Board, Nana Aishat Ogbemege, highlighted the importance of building data for tax and emphasized the role of technology in tax collection.
We are building what we call Data for Tax initiative. In that Data for Tax initiative, we are supposed to connect over 38 economic activity together, such that every citizen in this country is not able to carry out any significant economic activity except by keying into that platform. And by then, we should be able to show up the tax base of this country to about 90, and that will help to increase the revenue to over 300%. Because without the taxes, there's no development that can come up. Then you ask questions, which has not been going on. Because when the civil society start asking questions, organizing forum where they bring their leaders and actually bring out data on this is what you have received, this is what you have done for us, then all that is to send a signal to the others that they might call me, let me do something, you know. So it is our responsibility to pay first, then ask questions.
Also speaking, the SSA Political Matters to the President, Bode Gbore, highlighted the need for taxpayers to actively demand accountability from the government and participate in the nation-building process.
J2C is bringing the government and the government agencies to the table with the relevant people that works with them. We are evolving, but we still will evolve into the areas where no Nigerian will feel that they are paying multiple taxes or double taxes. And even if you have to pay, you will do it with joy because you can see the essence of what you're paying. Once you can make people feel, I'm paying. Look, there are many countries, of the world where all they live in as resources are just the tax. And they pay with joy because they know that they get the result of what they pay. If we bring ourselves to that point, everybody will pay. Even if you're paying double, you'll pay.
Some of the panelists who also stressed the role of citizens in fulfilling the tax obligations while promoting transparency and accountability.
And amongst the criteria, there is transparency, there is fairness, there is this, there is that. And you see, in FRS, and going by the laws that we have, we just don't slam it on you. Because what the law says, we give you an assessment. If you don't come to do your full disclosure, we send you a letter. We send our staff. We call you. We give you all the treatment, all in the spirit of transparency, for you to come and do perform your civic responsibility.
As we are asking for transparency, and we also asking, the tax authority is also asking the taxpayer, can you communicate too? Yeah, we talk about continuous education because every time, I am sure in this room, if you ask taxpayers about some of our reforms, they will say, oh, we don't know.
The Government to Citizens Interface initiative is aimed to bridge the gap between the government and its citizens by providing platform for direct and face-to-face interactions conversations, deliberations, suggestions, and fostering a stronger relationship between the government and the people. Pamela Ajero, reporting for Kaftan Television News, Abuja.